Mothering a teen daughter is such a unique and emotional journey. And somewhere between elementary school and high school, something changes. You may not even notice it until one day it hits you. You don't talk to other moms the way you used to. Playdates are gone. The school pickup lines don't offer connection like the way they used to. Are you raising your hands right now and relating to this? And that the group of moms you used to chat with during soccer practice where you're not sure where they are now. Things have changed. The connections have faded, and you're left navigating some of the most emotionally intense years of parenting without a village. Hey friend, I want to start today by asking a question that's been sitting heavy on a lot of moms that I've worked with and on their hearts. And it's this. Am I the only one going through this? Have you ever thought that? Maybe you're wondering if other moms are struggling to connect with their daughters too. Maybe you've questioned if you messed something up along the way, if you were too strict or too soft or too emotional or too busy. Or maybe you're just plain exhausted and unsure who to even go to talk about what you're facing at home. Well, today we're diving into a conversation I think we need more of, because the truth is you're not alone and you're not the only one going through this, but it can feel like you are when you are doing it alone. If you are frustrated with how to get your teenage daughter to open up to you because all you want is to connect with her as you once did, you're in the right place. Hey, I'm Jeannie Baldomero, a former rebellious teen, now mom of 3 young adults, educator, and the mom mentor, equipping you to create open communication with your girl so she can come to you about anything, even if she's scared. So grab your oat milk latte, breathe, and let's do this together. Okay, mama, are you finding yourself feeling frustrated trying to figure out your girl in this stage and not getting far with maybe even asking some questions? She's just like a stone wall. Mouths are closed, or even just getting one-word answers, or maybe an attitude that you didn't ask for because you're simply asking a question just because you want to know more about her because she's not talking to you. You literally get one word or even a shrug or the silent treatment or maybe a roll of the eye. I get you. I honestly read many books to unravel this mystery of connecting with my once sweet little girl. What happened? Why all of a sudden she's a different girl? And then I even question, have I failed as a mom raising her? What did I do to deserve this? What if I said something that will cause consequences that maybe we won't have a great relationship? Or even worse, maybe I'm pushing her away enough that she'll not want to share with me again. Okay, maybe that was a bit dramatic, but really, who else thinks this way? I hope it's not just me. Mom guilt at its finest. And our teenage daughter has a great way of finding that mom guilt card and flashing it in our faces. So, you know what? I decided things needed to change. I couldn't get into that spiral, that roller coaster ride that my daughter was taking me on. Actually, my kids were taking me on. So I asked myself, what did I need as a young teenage mom? So I decided things are going to change. This kind of brought some traumatic experiences as a 13-year-old myself and what I had put my mom through, but I had to really dig deep and revisit that young Jeannie. I asked myself, what did I need as a young teenager? And go do that. I'm able to connect with my girl better than my mom did with me. And as a young adult now, she loves making connections, is brutally, and I say brutally, honest with me, with her feelings. But that's what I welcome. I want her to be open and trust me. We've done the work together by establishing a safe space for her to talk. And I want to help you do the same too, mama. My Talk to Your Teen Girl framework allows me to walk you through a step-by-step actionable lessons that will help you create open communication with your daughter so that you can connect with her once again. You'll learn how to establish a safe space, learn how to respond to your daughter so she will feel heard and understood, as well as Printable templates that allow you to guide your discussion so it's not as emotional as it can be and you get the conversation going. Let's do this together. Create open communication with your daughter so she can come to you even when she's scared. Head to talktoyourteengirl.com. That's talktoyourteengirl.com. Let's talk about the loneliness first. I think of my mom when I was 13. Busy working 2 jobs while my dad was out underway at sea through the Navy and trying to pull it together while I was giving her a run for her money. I can only imagine how lonely she must have felt and how much of a weight she had carried, believing my choices were a reflection of her parenting and being my mom. Mothering a teen daughter is such a unique and emotional journey. And somewhere between elementary school and high school, something changes. You may not even notice it until one day it hits you. You don't talk to other moms the way you used to. Playdates are gone. The school pickup lines don't offer connection like the way they used to. Are you raising your hands right now and relating to this? And that the group of moms you used to chat with during soccer practice where you're not sure where they are now. Things have changed. The connections have faded, and you're left navigating some of the most emotionally intense years of parenting without a village. And to that, the weight of we carry as a mom, all the other stuff that we do as a mom. When our daughters are struggling, maybe they, with their identity, their friendships, their choices, we start to wonder if we're to blame. Guilt starts to creep in, that mom guilt, and shame whispers that we should have done better. Believe me, I've heard that over and over. I hear that voice every now and then. And we keep silent because saying it out loud feels like admitting that we had failed. But mama, don't listen to those lies. Don't remain in the dark. Today we're going to talk about that. You're not a failure and you're not alone. And you were never meant to carry this alone. We're actually meant to be in relationship. So let's shift gears and talk about what happens when we say yes to community. Even in this stage, yes, we still need community. Here are 4 reasons I'm going to share with you that every mom of teenager needs a strong, supportive community. First reason, community reminds you that you're not the only one. When you hear another mom say, yep, my daughter slammed the door on me too, or I cried in the car today after drop off, there's something healing about that. It's not about comparing. It's about realizing you're not crazy and you're not alone. Second reason, community helps you process without judgment. You need a place to say, I don't know what to do, without someone criticizing your parenting. A healthy community listens, supports, and sometimes just says, me too. The third reason, community offers wisdom from moms just a little further ahead. I have a few of those moms in my life, and they have been a miracle to me and have helped me walk through this journey and pulled me out of some dark, deep pits too. There are moms who've walked through what you're walking through and made it to the other side. Their perspective and encouragement can give you hope on the hard days. Okay? Raising my teens back in those years now that they're young adults, and in talking with moms that I work with through Talk to Your Teen Girl framework, I'm reminded of the things that I had gone through when I was raising my teenagers at the time and have pulled out from it. So sometimes we do need a voice that's a little further ahead to encourage us, to bring us hope. Fourth reason is community strengthens your own emotional resilience. When you know you have people in your corner, you can show up more confidently for your daughter, really. You're more grounded, more patient, and more connected, not just with others, but with yourself more specifically. So now that you know the reasons why community is absolutely necessary for us mamas, especially in this season, you might be thinking, well, that all sounds great, but where do I even find these people? Well, here are 2 helpful tips for finding or creating the right kind of community for you. And I said creating too, mama, because you can take charge and create a community for yourself. Tip number 1, be intentional, not passive about it. The kind of community you need may not fall into your lap. Okay. It might not be the first 1, 2, or 3 groups you find. You just have to keep on looking. You may have to go looking for it, whether that's at a local group at church, an online community for moms of teen girls, which I happen to have. We are a group of about 450 women and growing. And if this is something you're interested in, just head on over to raisingherconfidently.com and join my free community. But even just reaching out to one mom friend and saying, hey, want to grab coffee and talk real life? Start with that one step. It doesn't have to be a full-on group. It could be just reaching out to another mom. Second tip, look for a judgment-free zone. Not a highlight reel, not like those Instagram highlight reels, although I like watching them. It's just super positive. Sometimes they can make us feel a lot less than, right? We're just creatures of comparison. And we are looking for a judgment-free zone where we're going to feel safe. So you don't need another group where moms pretend everything's perfect. You need a place where honesty is valued over appearance. Now, if you feel pressure to perform, then that's not your space, right? Keep looking until you find one where you can breathe. That it's okay for you to, 1, admit to your mistakes, cry the ugly cry, and really vent, unfiltered. That is your safe group. And Talk to Your Teen Girl framework, I do have a VIP package where I offer moms mom mentoring session. It's kind of like a coffee with a girlfriend. And sometimes we just need to be heard ourselves and encouraged that we're not alone and confident to be equipped to go and just do, right? Move along. Sometimes we just need to pause, sit with someone that we fully trust and feel not judged, someone who's actually gone through it themselves, that is imperfect at this raising a teen girl thing, and relate to them and just ask, hey, what have you done that helped you? Or am I the only one that feels this way, right? So mama, judge-free zone to be safe. Just as much as I teach you about creating a safe space for your daughter, you deserve a safe space for yourself to share freely. So I want to leave you with this. If you're been feeling alone, discouraged, or even just ashamed because of the challenges you're facing with your daughter, I want you to hear me when I say this. You are not alone, and you're not the only one. You don't have to figure it out all alone. And you were never meant to do this alone, right? You're not meant to do this alone. So let's choose connection over isolation. Let's normalize needing support, and let's build a community of moms who are in the trenches cheering each other on, okay? Now, if you are looking for a community and you're saying, yes, this is what I need a community, then I invite you to check out ours. Go to raisingherconfidently.com and join my free mom community. That's raisingherconfidently.com, and I'll see you in there. Hey friend, if this podcast inspired you or encouraged you or helped you in any way, I'd love for you to share it. You can screenshot this episode and share it in your stories on social media or text it to a friend who can use the support. It's the best way you can thank me. I want to let other mamas know they are not alone. I'd love to stay connected with you. You can find me at raisingherconfidently.com. Until next time, live full of grace, Jeannie.